The Canadian Taxpayers Federation has released its Naughty and Nice list for 2024. The list features those who are naughty or wasted taxpayer dollars and those who were nice and exercised fiscal responsibility or advocated for Canadian taxpayers. The naughty list included the Prime Minister, Global Affairs Canada, the CEO and President of the CBC, and Premier Doug Ford. And the nice list included the PBO, Premier Scott Moe, and Premier Danielle Smith. We were joined by Jay Goldbert, Ontario Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation, to discuss who made it onto the list and why.
Heading up the naughty list this year was CBC President Catherine Tate. The reason that she is heading up the naughty list is because she gave out $18 million in bonuses to CBC executives, and her term as CBC president is ending very shortly. And she's not ruling out taking severance pay, despite the fact that her salary is about $500,000 a year. Some of the other people on the naughty list included Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for raising the carbon tax, among other things. Premier Doug Ford of Ontario was on there. He was on there because he extended political welfare by 2 years. These are payments that go to political parties out of taxpayers' pockets. They were supposed to end at the end of this year, but he snuck through an extension for 2 years, so he ended up on the naughty list. And then we added, of course, Manitoba Premier Wab Kinew on the day the list came out, because he announced that gas taxes were coming back in Manitoba. Of course, as well on the naughty list was Global Affairs Canada. Global Affairs Canada, we found out through information requests, is billing over $50,000 a month to taxpayers, alcohol expenses. So this is not something that, for example, those who are working for Global Affairs are paying for out of pocket, as it is the case in many cases with government employees. But in this case, this is booze that was expensed to taxpayers for, hosting various events and such. So that's over $50,000 a month hitting taxpayers out of Global Affairs. One really interesting small one actually was in Prince Edward Island. The former mayor of Kensington resigned his position because he was not willing to approve of council's decision to use taxpayer dollars to build yet another pickleball court in the city. There had already been a few, and he wasn't willing to spend almost $30,000 to add another one. He got on there. The parliamentary budget officer got on there for holding the government accountable, and in particular, releasing data that shows that the carbon tax costs Canadians more than they get back in rebates. They gave us that information, so we have that because of the PBO. And then there's a few premiers who got on that list. Scott Moe for taking provincial action to take the carbon tax off of home heating. Newfoundland and Labrador Premier Andrew Furey was on the list for extending his gas tax cut throughout the entire year. And Alberta Premier Danielle Smith for going to court in order to try to challenge the constitutionality of the carbon tax because of the Trudeau carve-outs for Atlantic Canada.